Just find the right place in the program, make the appropriate change, and we'll run the whole thing again. Speech is still very complicated. Music is simpler.
Is that a question?
Yes.
The question is futile.
My interpretation of the data leaves little room for error. The art of leadership is delegation.
That information is not available. This constitutes all available data.
You know what they say, no good deed goes unpunished.
Morning. How you doing? You all okay? Good. Right, so we're going to get on with some actual incorporating the switcher first into the web interface. Then we'll do the rotator in that order. So anyway, I've gone ahead and picked up a bit of a framework, sort of like this. It's going to be end up like this with a button. So we need to add that to the web interface. Let's just see if we've got some audio before we start. Picked up a bit of a framework. Yeah, I'm just going to clear my throat. Give me a second. Right, okay, let's get on with it then. So I had a little bit of a break from this. It was doing me head in. Yeah, the antenna rotator, this thing here. I'm sure people don't take it seriously because it's 3D printed. I don't know, but let's try it. It's not for a massive rotator, it's just for a small one. But if the bearings are right and it spins, it shouldn't take much force to spin it. Anyway, let's do what we're going to do today. So we've incorporated the rotator and the switch. We're on number 12. We're keeping it on the rotators streaming. So we've got a web interface we've already set up in the past. We've got this new system page web page that's got to go into this web interface, and this represents the switch. And then we'll have another page at some point representing the rotator. So you'll switch to in here. Once you've logged in, you'll go in and you'll go to switch, and then you'll have another tab for rotator. So the switch, we're just going to click, and it'll just switch to it. You can sweep, you can go round and round and round on the sweep. Set its dwell angle, so each time it goes on to an output, it'll just sit there for that time and then go to the next. And obviously you can toggle it off as well and toggle the sweep off. Anyway, so here's a bit of a demo. Hang on. Right, here we go. This is a bit of a demo. So I can click. This is what will be in the phone. So click the sweep, toggle the dwell to whatever you want. It gets to 9 or 10 and it'll go back to 1 again. I should set that to off, 0. Mind you, when that's not lit, it's off anyway. So it tells you what it's set to. You might not need the sweep, but you don't have to have the sweep. Switch it off and you can just switch straight to the antenna output. Common doesn't do anything, that's your incomer. So if I'm on antenna 1 and then I want to go to 5, I don't have to go like that. I'll just go from there to there, and it will switch round. But you'll see it rotate round. So if I'm on 1 and I go click to 5, you'll see it leave 1. It'll go to 2, 3, 4, 5. A bit like the Stargate. So when it's rotating round, you'll see it lock in. So it'll sort of cycle through a couple of different colours to say you're locked in. Okay, we're going to need one more button on here, a home button. So you can either home to the left, to the first position, or home to the last position. Home left, home right. So yeah, we're going to have to maybe we'll have a split button here. We click like that, and it'll home to the position. Okay. Right, anyway, so that's the idea. So I've gone ahead and put some code into the web interface. So now I don't know if I'm using the right one. Let's bring it open. So we've got Visual Studio Code here at the minute, and I've pasted in the equivalent of that code there, the equivalent of this. Pasted it in. Now this is a fully functional thing with JavaScript, switching out the styles so it looks like it's animating it. There's no pointer, so just literally switch a segment. Right, so there's a lot of work got to be done yet to put this in there. So, and I've got to incorporate with existing code. Now I think I'm on my engine code. So what I've got to do is got to work out whether I want it in my engine code. Because this web interface, it's part of an access control, or how they team it, platform. It's part of a platform solution for running different things. So anyway, if I make a separate thing, and if there's any new additions to the actual running of the platform, I'm going to miss out on them. So I think I need to incorporate this into here. I'm sure I went ahead and made a antenna switcher web interface plus API. Yeah, I'm going to keep it on there, I think. So I was going to strip everything out of it. Yeah, so I'm probably just going to release the firmware. The problem is it's not an open source project to start with. It uses open source hardware, but the firmware is not non-open source. But we don't mind seeing it. The bits we're working on we can leave as it's a platform for other stuff. So either I keep it with it in there and then enable a flag or a mode of operation. But I do need to use stepper motors in that main firmware, so I think I'll keep it like that. Right, so we're just going to leave it in the main engine where we are now. How do you cancel that? Right, what's it doing? What's this doing? It's tracking me. What is it doing? Oh, wouldn't let go. Right, anyway, so what I want to do today is be able to bring up this. I've got plugged in behind me. You can't see it. Just here. is the actual ESP32 that's doing the web interface. Just need it there powered on so I can access it. So we're going to try. So at the minute, if I log in, I've got this controls button section, and I can switch the relays on and do different things in it. So we're going to totally change this out. So we'll still have events. Tokens we don't need. The time zones, probably we don't need the time zones. Settings, we're going to need the network settings. We won't need reader type and all the rest of it, so this is the problem we got now. So I need to mask out some of this stuff. Egress times, holidays. Unless I use a set of settings, yeah. So the login will be the same. The network settings will be the same. Comms, yes, that's going to be the same. So connect to the main software if needed. Reader type, we're not going to need this section. Memory configuration, yeah, that can stay. For the events, oh, tokens now. Probably don't need that. Well, it just needs to default to being. We'll just hide that, I think. Keep it at default and hide it. Maintenance. System reboot, yeah. Factory reset, yeah, probably. Although it's not going to much. Yeah, I'll just reset the network settings. Time zone clear, we don't need that. Toggle station access point, we'll need that. Clear the ACU, yeah, and set the ACU. Clear events. Yeah, so we could probably keep some of that. Firmware update, yeah, we still need to do the firmware update. So that'll stay. Clock. Setting the clock. We could set the clock, I suppose. Yeah, you could set the clock. Don't know what for, but anyway. Holidays. Don't need holidays. So we'll get rid of holidays. Egress times. No, we don't need egress time. So what we're going to have to do then is we can either create a flag in the platform IO. I always get a noisy person on here. Someone with a weak signal. There's not much going on HF today, I don't know why. Just a bit of contesting. So yeah, there's nothing happening. I don't know what's going on. Is it a week off? Everyone having a week off from contests, you know, there's just no propagation. Very noisy today. Very noisy. I almost bought another radio. I almost bought an 891. And I'm thinking, I might still buy it yet. I don't know. Either that or create a cage for my 710. Yeah, I need to create. I don't want to take the 710 out. I need something small, but then you need the tuner, so you got catch 22 going on. Right, so we've got a lot to do to transform this. So the control section is what we're going to swap out, or do we keep the control section? Probably have to introduce. Yeah, I'm not sure. Whether we need all this as well. It's nice to have feedback of what's going on. I don't know. Or do we create a separate one? like I say, if I create a separate one, and if I suddenly find some code for disconnecting or connecting, or a better way of doing something, I'm going to have to make sure I copy it into the new code from one section to the next, so I'd rather just keep it in the same one. Right, anyway, so let's see what we've got, see what we can do. So we've got the platform IO in for this ESP node MCU, which is the one we're setting up. We've got various flags down here. I'm telling it it's a node, it has various options. I could set a flag. What about its mode of operation? We've got a built-in mode of operation. I suppose we could use the mode of operation. Yeah, because it'll be access control, or might as well take advantage of what's there. Now, let's just have a look at some of the code. Say, node MCU. Let's go in here. Hang on. Let's go into the main. I've got plenty of code going on here. Captive portal. So it has debug. Let's just find what I haven't worked on this for a while, so I need to find the pins. Let's go on to pins. That's definitely got one in. Conditional. Yeah. So if it's defined, I'm doing an if defined, so TTGoD display, so hang on. Has a touch screen, so yeah, right, that's something else. Right, that's not going to help us, that one. Trying to think of something that's switchable. Yeah, the TFT display. I'll go to display. Right. So we're on. It has a TFT equals to 1. So that's okay. If I say we'll have a mode of operation, going to be slightly different to the inbuilt mode of operation, but we can set it as a number and do a conditional thing on it. Yeah, so we can include bits or take bits out. Right, so let's just create a new one then. So what we're going to call this? Rather than has. This is has. It's an extra piece. It's got an extra ability if it's got a has on it. It needs to be more like a is. Yeah. Let's do an is. Is. Well, no, we've got to set it as a number. No, we don't want to do is switch, yeah, so it's a special mode, isn't it? Web interface mode has got to be something. Have we got anything to do with mode on there? No, we have no, see, yeah. Right, so web interface mode. Right. I'm going to say equals to 0. Right, so that's 0, which is the default. So it's an access control. It's all could be equate to a mode of operation. Anyway, we'll leave it like that. Let's try it like that. Web interface mode. Oh, we're going to stay. We'd have to put that in all of them. Right, let's just have a look at that then. So what we need to do, it's a conditional compile. So if the web interface mode is a certain thing, we're going to incorporate this. So yeah, we've got some if defined there. If has a web API, do this. Yeah, so we're just going to wrap this. If web interface mode is equal to 1. I think we can't put a flat an E number in there, so we have to do it manually. So we're going to wrap that up in there. If it's a 1, then let me just go back to the top of it. So we can work it out. Program once. Yeah, so we can just put that in there. Right, so if it's a 1, then we're going to do this bit here. Let's get to the bottom of this. So we don't have to include it if it's not, it just won't compile it. Right, so we need a end if. Yeah, because it knows I've set the web interface mode to 0, so in that case it will discount this because I'm saying to it, I'm going to have to tidy this up. This is how it's come out. I'll have to tidy that up as well. It's got all the styles built in as well. Right, so oh yeah, because it's not 1. I've made it to, I set it to 0. So in order to enable it, right, so I'm going to have to go around the code and then highlight, take bits out we don't want. So can I put on the end of here a little bit of a maybe. So 0 equals access control. 1 equals antenna switcher, and 2 equals now antenna rotator. Rotator. Now some of these will be both, so yeah, so we'll do antenna switcher, 2's antenna rotator, 3 and 3 equals antenna switcher and rotator. Antenna rotate switcher and antenna rotator. Right, so we've got 0 is default, 1, 2, 3. That'll do. Okay, so 3 won't do anything yet because we're only doing the switcher side. So we need to bring this into the system. So what I've got to do is, do I replace the one that's there? Yeah, I've got to bring it up in the same style. So I'll tell you what, let's just say what we've got so far and make this a 1, which will enable that section of code. It should take a little while to catch up. It should highlight this code as well. It still thinks it's 0 at the minute. There you go, it's just come now. Right, so I can work on this code now. Now, if I want to get rid of other code, I've got to put this conditional compile statement in it. Right, let's just take the audio. Put this conditional. Yeah, we're okay. So I've got to tidy this code up. So some of it was my code. Okay, so it's done a bit for me. I got ChatGPT to do some of this. Well, most of it actually. But I gave it my original web interface code, just the page, and it sorted it out. So it's not, the formatting's not quite right for what I do. Right, so I actually do things like this. So I don't know what this SVG is. It's something new to me. I don't know what it's called that. So I'll put all that on one line, you see. Well, I don't know what that's doing there. Hang on. So it's got another div in there. Button. I can't make head nor tails of it unless I get it formatted right. It doesn't make sense. So I think it's just giving me in one big click. So there's the text. That's it. I'll get this in the right order. I have to see it in the right style, otherwise it doesn't make sense. So we've got antenna pad, so it's using an area. Okay. We've got a div and a button. Control button. Toggle the sweep. So we've got 2 buttons. Let's get these buttons in place. And that's the button text. That's it. It's making a bit of sense now. So we've got the end of the div there. Actually, that's not the right div. These have got to come over it a bit. None of this really matters, but when I'm trying to debug it, it's going to matter. Right, so we want that one over there and that one there. So let's have a look. We've got div, div. Hang on. Div, div. Div, div, div. And div. Yeah, then we've got some styles going on. So there's your section. So the styles I'd normally move out of there. I'd move that out of there, that styles. So, doesn't matter, I think we'll leave it there because we're not going to use them styles again probably. So we'll leave them in their own area. Let's tidy it up though. Segments. So you've got segments. Right. I can just get rid of those extra bits. segments area, right, so yeah, get rid of some of this stuff. Oh, let's keep it in the same idea so it's easier to read. Not worried about the bytes used for spaces at the minute. So the labels, right here we've got some labels going on. No, we wanted to leave that where it was. Right, so yeah, it's just a lot of formatting at the minute. Control buttons. I want to put the margin there. Oh, that's the end of styles. Right, so the whole thing's got to go over a bit. No, we can leave it there. So there's not much of a style going on, so that's alright. I thought it would be bigger than that. Script defer, right, so yeah, that's fine. Geometry, right, okay, so we've got some constants. This is part of the JavaScript. It's deferring it till it's drawn the rest of the window. Right, so this can stay. It's doing some offset, something, setting some variables. Defaulting the dwell time to 1. That doesn't matter. Right, labels. So we've got the constants for the labels. That can be all one line. Okay. Right, build the octagon. Create the seg. It's got a function that creates a segment. That's pretty good. Constant. Document. Right. Why has it done that then? So I can't find the closing curly brace. Oh, let's sort this out. Right, so it's obviously doing more in this loop than just right, it's doing the outer and the inner. In fact, we don't need the space there. Okay.
I'm not sure whether Adrian was
Segment. There's nothing happening much on the old radio, seems. Oh yeah. There's a lot of contesting. What's going on today? That's weird. What's going on? Am I on fire? I can't seem to tune into anyone today. What the hell? What's going on? In between. Yeah. In between channels for some reason. Right, is that part of, I don't know which one's which now. Function, yeah. Okay, that could be right. Okay, so save it again. Segment, right. Function. Document. What's this? That's looking weird. Right, that's that. I have to have it indented, otherwise it'll just confuse me. Oh, if so. What's that all about? That's weird. This bloke's just repeating himself all day long. Can't see how that. Right, so we've got the. What's this? So we've got to start there. Oh yeah. That's got to be there, like that. That's it. That's that function. And we've got the sweep. Another function. Sweep function. Let's just do that. Got to get this right. Why is there no hyphen on the end of there? That's weird. Get element, but oh, there's not one there either. Oh well, maybe it doesn't need it. Or maybe it's all one line. I think that's all one line. Maybe that is as well. That is as well, isn't it? Yeah. I got any more of them? Yeah, I got another one here. It's all one thing. There's probably some more. Oh no, I think that's all right there. Right, let's keep going. So if right, so we've got an if and else statement at the end of the function. That's okay. Dwell function dwell. Bloody hell. Dwell time. If dwell time is greater than 1, then set it to back to 1, standard stuff. And it needs to update the 12. Let's create some new stuff, so we're going to have to incorporate that into our... Oh, that's the end of the script. Raw, end of the raw literal, that's the end of it, yeah. Okay. So what we need to do now, it probably won't like the fact that some of this stuff's not available yet, but we should be able to incorporate that into the page now and see what it looks like. Even though it won't be able to change the colours or anything. It might be able to. But it won't be able to interact with variables, so it might not like it, but we'll give it a go. So we're on there. Now we've got to tell it to load this content instead of the... So we need to just save that. Right, so what we've got to do now... So this is the switch content, so I forgot where we put it in there. Yeah, so we've got to create the web interface. So, oh, there's the header and footer. Let's have a look at that. Fetch status, right. Header. Let's create the header, so we still need the header, yeah, that's fine. I forgot. It's been ages. I forgot how to put the pages in there now. It's in the main, this bit, isn't it? Yeah, here it is. Right, so we've got to initialize everything. So we're initializing it. Telling the server's on, so give it a default page. You've got to log in first. Once you're logged in, you can view other pages as you log in. What else? Once we've logged in, we're going to server the engine events. Yeah, so here it is. So we've got to create one called, and yeah, we've got to extend this. Create a new code. So do we do it before or after? I'll put it after, I think. Hang on, let's find out. Did it come after the main? Yeah, it did. So I'll put that one after. So I'll copy that and we'll put it just after here. But we'll do a conditional statement again. Here's the conditional compile. Right, so then we'll do an end if. Let's just keep it spaced out nicely. Right, so it's going to do that only if it's on 1, which it is. Now, it's not going to be called engine, it's going to be called switcher. Maybe. Switch. So either switch or switcher. We'll go switch. Morning, Andy. How are you doing? Welcome to the live stream. How you doing, mate? Hope everything's good. We're just getting on with the interface in it today. Just going to interface, put this thing into the interface for now, and then another day we'll put the rotator part in there as well. So saving an enormous amount of work, basically. This is what we've got so far. This will be on your phone, so you got your sweep. You can switch to your. Ah, brilliant, mate. All good, yeah, all good that end. Yeah, so I'm gonna. This will be on your phone, you see, or on your tablet or PC. If you're on sweep, you click on sweep, and whatever the dwell time is set to, it'll go. Just sweep back and forward like that, and you switch it off. It'll stay where it is, and then you can just switch directly from antenna to antenna. But it will, if you go from 1 to 7 or 1 to 6, it won't just go from 1 to 6. You'll see it actually go. You'll click 6, and what you'll see is it'll go like that, and it'll flash at you to say it's there, it's locked on. Anyway, that's that side of it. So I've liaised with ChatGPT, and it's created this. Trying to get these buttons in this shape would be awkward, so I'll let it do all the hard work. And we're going to replace my existing buttons page with this one. I think I like the idea of keeping the existing buttons though. There's the existing buttons there. That's this web interface behind me. So I've got something like this, and you click your button, it goes green. It's pretty quick, and you can lock it on. So you might want to do this. I don't know. You could wire some lights or anything to it. Anyway, so This is just so we can get the web interface up and running. I bought a triple mag lock for me roof. It's massive, it is. Have a look at this. It's crazy. It was sort of my birthday present. Sort of. That's huge. The size of it. Huge thing. Anyway, I got some idea of sitting on a hill somewhere or in a park. But I don't want to drag my FT710 unless I was thinking of making a massive cage for it. Everything keeps pointing to an 891 radio. It just keeps pointing to that. Either that or make a cage. You can get side rails, but I'd want to protect it more. I'd want to be able to grab the radio, the FT710, from anywhere, and just it's like caged in and the handles all over it. There's no way you could smash it or anything. It's got to be open vented. Obviously, you can't have it contained. It's got to have the frame structure. I could 3D print it. People have done this already, but I don't know if I want to keep moving my radio. It's a bit big, really, so maybe 891 is the way to go. Anyway, but then it's nice to have VHF and UHF in it. So if you're on a hill and you can make a communication with it, unless you take another radio. You don't want too much messing around. You got a big problem. Anyway, so this is the web interface. What we're trying to do is put this in here in this section. So we'll have a one call switch here. In fact, that's what we're going to do next. Let's do that next. Right, so we've got this switch here. So obviously we need to change the page. So it'll always do the header and the footer. We don't need the engine processor. We'll need something else on it. So we'll have to create a new one of them. This will come later. So in a minute we want a switch. We want to serve the content. The content is the middle bit of the page. The content is this bit here. Just this, where it says controls. It'll say antenna switcher. Alright, so that's what we've got to change. So, conditional compile. Current web page, yeah, right, so there's something going on there as well. It's not actually being used at the minute, is it? So it might have been an old feature I put in there. Don't know, I'd have to have a look at that. It's been a while. So at the minute it's going to do engine processor, which is not the right one. But we'll swap out the engine processor for the switch processor. Well, let's see if we can serve up that page and see what comes out of it, for starters. So we've got the ability to switch. We want to keep the engine, but we want to add the switch to it. So we've got to find the menu structure next, which will be in the header. Right, which is going to be, yeah, in here. This is it. So I'm going to have to do, can I do another conditional compile? Probably. So I want to bring up the main content. So we've got, there's the engine content, so we want the header. And that's bringing up, yeah, so if it brings that up, it needs to, everyone needs to include this other bit. Right, hang on, let's just, so antenna switch. Just, yeah, try and get my head around it, it's been a while. I've been programming this since 2012. Well, the start of the project, but then since 2018, really, turning it into wireless web interface. So all I've got to do is incorporate in there into this content page. Just have a look at the header side of it. Can't remember. Right, I think the header just does all the header bit. Yeah, I think it just does all the header bit. Let's have a look. Yeah. Okay, so we don't have to touch the header bit. That's fine. Yeah, this antenna rotator, it's not getting any views at all, really. I don't think people are interested in the antenna rotator. Well, I want one, and I don't want to pay for one, so might just be lightweight. I don't know. I mean, I could upgrade the bearings if need be. You know what I mean? I don't know. I need to test it. But anyway, so what I wanted to do is carry on and get the switcher side of it put in this web interface before I do the rotator. Put that back into this web interface. As a switcher, we've got a ready system to start switching, but we need the button interface in the software before we can interact with it, basically. So that's what we're doing now. So we've got engine. We'll have to push an extra one in there. That's the active control. So what we do on this, we'll have to. I'll copy this. I'm going to put switch in there instead of engine. Well, not instead of, as well as. We're going to make this the active one. Events always visible. Right, okay. So we need controls always visible. Active. That's not going to be active anymore. It's going to be always visible. That's going to be the active one. The switch. Right. Okay, but we want a conditional compile on this. We don't want to see that if we're not in this mode. Oh no. Right. Okay, so that's okay there because we've already said we only want this if we're in that mode. But when I come to add this to the other part of the switch, this is the page for the switch. And existing controls. I wish it wouldn't do that. It keeps hovering over it. So that can go straight in, but then we want this one to incorporate into our other pages. So we'll go back up to the main, this bit here, the engine. So we need to put that in there, but we only want to do that when we only want to put that in there when we're in this mode. I've still got to maintain my web interface for the access control. There's still a thing that is let's just put that in there. Is that even going to recognise that? No, it's not, is it? Right, I can't do what I've just tried. It thinks it's text. So right, what I'm going to have to do is create a... don't want to split it up any further, so that ain't going to work there. So I think we're going to have one or the other. No, I can't put that conditional. It has to be outside the raw literal. Of course. So unless yeah, problem. And that would be always visible, that would be, instead of active. But I don't want it always visible, so I'd have to create the whole page again. It's not too bad, is it? Right, so what we'll do then is we'll take that out of there. That'll have to come out. It can't come in there. It's just got to be static. Right, so that's what it needs to be. Yeah, for that one. But we don't want to see it, so if it's going to be quite trying to get this to do both. It's twice the work, isn't it? But I wanted to keep the same code base. Well, it'll only compile it, so I'll do a conditional compile then. I'd have to do this one again up here. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to do this will do for now for testing. So if it's a 0, which it is, if it's a 0, it'll do this one. Alright. And else, can we do an else if? Elif. Elif equals A1. Right, so I need to take that out of there. Copy this. Seems double the work, but I still need to keep this at the minute. Elif. And if, there we go. So we've got, if it's a 1, it's a switcher. Okay, so we'll have the switcher there. And if it's not a switcher, we'll just keep it as it is. That's it. It's double the code, but it only gets compiled one or the other. So it's not using any more resources other than the program itself, the files that are saved. More to scroll through, but yeah. So ignore that bit, that's fine. So that's just to give it put the switch in there so we can select it. And once we've selected it, we can go to that page. And we need to keep the control there. Make this one active. Right, and then so we should be able to do that now. Let's just compile it and see what we've got. So we need to move over to the captive portal side. So we've got this bit. Okay, so yeah, that's fine. That can stay because that'll just pick out the engine one. Pick out whichever one it needs. Yeah, pick out this one or that one. That's fine. That's fine. So this switch is compiled only if we're in this mode. Yeah. And we'll go to switch. Right. Okay. So should that work? Maybe. Let's compile it, see what we got so far. If I can remember how to compile. Oh yeah, down here. Build. And see if it doesn't like what we've done. I haven't compiled this for a while, so if there's any new libraries, it might want to do something with them first. Yeah, radio's rubbish today. I tried some C4 FM the other day on 2 meters. Is it 2 meters? I think it was. I wonder if there's any on today. I haven't programmed the memory channels in. Yeah. Right, so it's still compiling. Right, fair play. I'm streaming and everything all at the same time. I'm compiling, so success. No, it's just one section.
Thank you. Good luck. Happy Easter. Radio Whiskey 1 Florida.
So when I get this web interface in there, I can get all the variables in, and then make it interact with the functions to switch stepper motor routines, and just get the web interface in first.
Thank you, Radio Whiskey 1 Florida contest. Again?
Yeah, it's going to recompile from scratch because I've added an extra flag into the platform.ini.
Radio Whiskey 1 Florida. Radio Whiskey 1 Fox, Radio Whiskey 1 Florida.
Well, I'll have to copy that flag to all the other, because it compiles for different equipment, different microcontrollers. At the minute I'm just using that one, so I'll sort that out after. It's normally quicker than this when I'm not streaming at the same time. Yeah, be alright. I thought I'd better finish it off and make it actually do what I said I was going to do, make it off your web interface. Otherwise, end up with a switch. I think somebody was on about buying one, and they thought I had to explain that we haven't actually, it's still a work in progress. The switch site, the web interface, remotes. So we better get this finished. Shouldn't be too difficult. I've created my own command and control protocol, my own scripting language, wrote everything from scratch. Full web desktop solution as well to add to it. So adding a stepper motor driver and an extra page. It's like anything. If you let it lax a bit, you'll get out of touch with it. You know, you've got to be doing something every day, really, to keep. But luckily, I've got existing stuff that I can look at and see. See it's almost finished now. Right. So once we get to that stage, once it's compiled, we're not connected to it. Success. There you go. Just have a look at the size of the program. Yeah, it's not too bad. We've still got some spare capacity. Right, so what we're going to do now then is we've got this binary file made, so I need to go to the web interface We'll go to this web interface, so we'll go on to the firmware. I'm going to browse for the new firmware. If I can find where it goes, hang on, it goes up somewhere right here. Where's it gone? Builds, is it builds or PIO? Right, so that's it there. 12th of the 4th, 9:52. That's the one. So if I open that into the web interface and click update, and it could all go wrong here, but if it does, it does. Right, it's now going to try and update the firmware. This is all remotely without any wires. Update successful, that's good. So it's going to reboot. So if I just go to its default page, right, so we've got, it's rebooted, we've got a default page. So if I do a login now, right, so we've got two controls. So that's the original one. Now what's this one going to be? That needs to be renamed to switcher. Woohoo! We've got it! Let's have a look. I don't think there's any colours. It might be. Yeah, all the colours are added. I'm liking it. It does all the functionality, look. Brilliant. That would have took me ages to do that. It literally took me about an hour yesterday with ChatGPT. So it should be centered as well, yeah. So that's got to be renamed to antenna switcher. So you can still go back to your existing code. So what we need to do now is we're still using the feedback for this one. That's great. So that's what you'll see on your phone. I'll tell you what. Let's have a run off it off our phone. Let's have a go. I'm gonna have a smile on my face here. I can't help it. Right, what's this? More. Right, let's get onto its web interface. Right, so got it on the phone. Still called UPass, but it's part of the UPass project. So, platform UPass has become not access control. It's a UPass platform. It's a platform for anything you care to do on it. So we're going to log in. We've got two controls. There's the existing one, which is that over there. You can't see it. There we go. Let's have a look. This is how easy it's going to be. Do a sweep. I've got to program that in there, so it's gonna. I could program it programmatically, so I can just switch stuff. That's good. So that's how you're going to switch your antenna. You don't have to do it off your phone. I'm going to have a word with Stu. G7UIV. I'm going to have a word with him on how to whether he can just add a web page to his station master, or whether you just run it on a separate screen like this. Or cat control, whatever it needs to be. Yeah, we've got to do the labels as well. So that was great. Yeah, it worked out all right. It was simple. There's a lot of programming in the background there, but basically, because the way I've done it, it's very easy to add a new page. You can, yeah. So if he can incorporate, we could probably. You've got the date and time. You probably won't need all this if it's going into Station Master or something else. It's probably have its own date and time, but you'd still need just this bit. You really need. So anyway, let's change this to antennas. can't put antenna switch. We'll just put it on switch. So that turned out. So you can log out and join the network and all the rest of it, and it's dead quick. Look, see that? Do it in stages. So do it in stages, right? That's just that was surprisingly quick, really. An hour and 15, and an hour yesterday. So really, I was okay. Right, so we've got this engine processor. Now this will know and feed back information back and forth. But what do I want to do next? Just want to make the get the content. So yeah, so we've got switch here. That's why I've called it controls. Should have called it switcher or switch. Just call it switch for now. Alright, so this is the right one we're working on. Yeah, that's it, number 1. So down here, this is going to be updating the buttons, and then we've got some interaction down here. We're going to have to work out. Let's go up to the other one. So when we press a button, it's going to send out a class on click MBRT3. So this MBR bit, hang on, no, that's MBR. That is the function which is in the footer or the header, I think. Hang on. If we go into the header, there should be a function called MBR somewhere. I'm not seeing it. MR. Right. Maybe it's in the footer then. Oh, that's the header and the footer. Hang on then. Busy. Very boring this is, but here's the footer. Oh, here we are. Here's the function MBR. So it's basically sending the data through an endpoint page data to the controller itself. So as long as we do the same thing. So when we get to the content where it says this on click, and what I've got to do is find if there's an on click. I don't know if it's put one in for me. That's the original. Sorry, which one's this? Oh, that's the original. There's the replacement. And now we want the bit here. So when we click the button, oh, it's already got the on click for dwell angle. Right, so it's got the button click for those two, but I don't know if it's got the code for when you click the segment. Create segment. So that's doing all the drawing of the segments and colouring them. Select segment, so it's right, so it's removing all the active segments. Remove, and then it's adding the active to the class. And it's doing it. Look, if it's doing this call here, that's great. So it's doing the MBR call and sending it out here. So if it's greater than 0, it's sending it out. So all we've got to do is interact with that bit there. Create create the appropriate receive end of that. So if I go up and follow the original one, it's TB, yeah, got you. So all I've got to do is find that bit. Hang on, that's not the one, that's MR. Here it is. T2, so it's just on click and it's set going to T2. So if I go back to, let's just find this one, say T1. So we should have some way. Here's B1, B2, B3. So these are the endpoints for the page. Let's just find T1. Might be at the top actually. There's T1. So this is the bit that takes the data back off the click, off the page. And for that one, so I'd have to create another one of these that's looking for the page that's set up over here, which is down here. In this selection part here. So it's /A plus N. So N will be the segment number, and it's looking for /A. So we'd have to work that out. So we're going to have to create one here. Where do we put it? Could put it anywhere. So all we want is just something on there at some point to take this parameter. It's passing a parameter with it. So we can either have A plus N, so A1, A2. Let's try an A1. We could do with that being a bit more descriptive though. So we've got a T1 there. We've got the what else have we got? Read byte. This is the existing one. Oh, that's just toggling, so we don't. That's probably a bad choice. So let's see if there's another one. T2, T3, T settings. Let's go back up to see if you can find B. CD, is there a B? Each one of these does something else. So you've got to find B1, there we go. That's a bit easier. Receive request to B1, button 1 clicked. Execute action, impulse. So that's just impulse in relay 1. Yeah, so if we create something like this, we'll put it at the top of this actually. Right, we're going to call this, he's called it A, hasn't he? I don't know if I'm using an A, but maybe we're not using A. Needs to be a bit more descriptive. Let's just call it A1. Button 1, so segment clicked. So it won't be execute the action. It might be, but on a different function, so I'll get rid of that in a minute. I'll just say segment clicked, and we could say segment number. Well, it'll be segment 1 clicked. Just get it to respond back. Right, and then it wants to login page. Oh, that's if it fails. Enter response. Right, okay. Don't know if this is the right one actually, but yeah, execute an action. Right, so that'll do for now. Let's see if we can do that then. We need to put that in a conditional conditional compile again. So I don't want it to take up space when it's not being used. Rotator. Oh god. Oh well. I've got a spelling mistake, so never mind. Right, so we want what have I just copied? Oh yeah. So we want this as a conditional compile. Right. So that'll only compile it if it's a 1. That's fine. Right, so we can incorporate that now, and it'll be looking for that. It'll only show it. I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll get it to execute the action just to show us that it's switching the relay 1. Just to see it's getting the without having the serial enabled. Yeah, so we'll do the same thing, but it'll only do it if you switch section 1. Right, let's give that a try. Yeah, let's give that a try. Let's see what else we've got to do. So it's already there. Let's just compile it then. See what happens. This should compile quicker because I haven't changed the platform.ini. I've only changed a few little bits, although I have put that conditional compile in. So it might want to take a bit longer. Let's see. What's the weather like, Andy, down in Gosport, mate? Any good? I think it's cold here. It's not very warm. Overcast. What do you do? C4 FM, Andy? Do you do any of that? C4 FM. I'm just trying to get into it. I bought the radio, this FTM 510D. I bought it not knowing what all the digital stuff was. I'm out of touch, so I then bought it. Nice and sunny. Oh, fair play, mate, fair play. So I bought this thinking I will get into it at some stage, and yesterday I started to find out where the repeaters were. So that'd be good if I could get onto this or get onto a repeater, digital, and there's nodes and all sorts of stuff. I don't know. I'm out of touch with it, but I've pretty much sort of understand it. Oh, that's just finished. Right, so what we're going to do now then, we're going to go back to the web interface again. We'll just go on to settings and firmware update and choose the file again. There it is, and that's the new one. And give it a few seconds and then update the firmware again. So yeah, you can just, if you come out with a new one, if you've already got it, you can just update it yourself. You know, so you're never stuck to, you don't have to send it back or anything. Right, so we're on here now. Oh, we've got switch now, so we can go to the switch screen. Now if I go there, I shouldn't hear a click. Now if I go to this one, it worked! Right, hang on then. Let's get it. It's too easy, isn't it? Too easy. Stuck on the maglock. So we've got it there, and I'm just going to switch. Hang on, I've lost it. Where's he gone? So I'm going to switch to there. Switch back to 1. See the light come on. Obviously it won't come on to there because it's looking for. So what I need to do now then is be able to switch all the other ones. Right, so it's alright, I haven't done any real programming for a few years now. Well, bits and pieces. So anyway, just getting that into your web interface is a thing, just to get it to work. But right, so what I need to do next then is make this. We'll get ChatGPT to help us on this again. Right. Actually, still here, isn't it? Right, still on the same subject. Right, okay. I'm just going to tell it. I will give you a section of web interface code. I need to use the stroke A1, the one as a parameter. Could you show how to... I've already done this probably in other program. Easily. Exactly the right place to switch instead of, yeah. You use port 1, so what you only need one handler, yeah, that's right, much cleaner. So server on, comma. God, this chat is nearing its limit. Oh, it just started, what are you on about? Right. Replace that with mbr port equals plus n. Okay. Example for octagon click. So it already knows what we're just carrying on talking about. mbr question port equals, right, okay. Optional safety. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's easy enough. Even cleaner root version. What's this? Import path argument to int. I've used this before. Yeah, that was... I was doing that before, tell you what. Somewhere up here. I've got parameters on here already. Somewhere. That's the top. Login. There you go. Engine. I've used parameters. I think it's further down. Somewhere down here. Yeah, parameters. Setback. Right, so what's this? No, that's not it. Can't remember now. Anyway, we'll just use what it says. Oh, there's your parameter there. Yeah, so one thing. If parameters, request parameters, yeah. So it does each one. We'll leave that. Right, how do I find where I got to now? There's a lot of code here, don't forget. On a code. That's just one file. This is one of the files. B1. There we go. There it is. We're back again. So we're back here. So we've got to modify this a little bit based on what it's telling me. Server on. No, we don't want to do that. That's keep that a bit simpler so we can read it. Execute anch. Yeah, so that's fine from there. You get. Yeah. Right, so we want this bit. Segment N. So we want that. That needs to go into not this bit. Web interface. Down here somewhere on the selection bit. Here it is. So we want to swap that bit out. Port equals, yeah. Let's get rid of that. Put that there. Right, that's going to sit that way every time it gets a click, so we need to alter the receiving bit, which is this here, to match. Right, we've already got that bit, that's fine. Instead of, you get this. So what we need to do now, if port, right, it's not showing me how to extract it though. No, we don't want to do that. We want to do port. Does it know what port is? Can you show me the complete server on section? Right, here we go. What the hell? What's it showing me there? Get request login. Request has parameter port. Yeah, that's what we want. Request value to string. Right, okay, let's just copy that then. I don't know what it's doing. See, trouble is it daydreams a bit. Yeah, we've already got all this, so we don't want all what it's giving us. Yeah, so I don't want all that. Tell you what, let's put it in here for a minute so we can take the bits out we do want. Oh, it's the same thing, it's just, yeah, it's just put it hasn't formatted it nicely. So mostly it's the same. Right, request has param. Check if param exists. Right, okay, it's done a bit of extra stuff there. return and else. Alright, okay. Let's get that into this bit here. Right, so we want to go from there. Just format it nicely first. Hang on. No, that's not it. Where's it gone? It doesn't do it with... It's alright, I'm trying to do something that's Visual Studio instead of... Oops, what have I done? I've clicked the wrong button here. Let's put some extra stuff in it. Oh well. Yeah, this, right, okay. Let's get this tidied up. Return a response. Oops. Oops, no, don't want to do that. Losing it slowly now. Right. That's that, and there's the one it gave us. Port to string. Did I put that on there? Yeah, that's okay. Let's get rid of this one. This is the code it gave me. It's all over the place. Well, not all over the place, but formatting was a bit weird. Right, so something not quite right here. So A1 down here. Handle the request. Why are these in green? Let's have a look at this again. It's gone a bit weird. Right, so go up there. Right, the end if has to be something wrong here. Got something going on here. Don't know what though. I must have got too much stuff here. Oh. Execute the action. Yeah, it's back. It's I can got too many things going on. Right, so the end if's there. No, something's still not quite right. That's it. Right. It's gone a bit wild on me, but well, there you go. That's got to go there. That's got to go there. That's got to go there. And then that stays there like that. Yeah. Why have I got a green? No, I got green and then red normal. Don't know. I think there's something wrong with the formatting. So anyway, so let's have a look at it. We've got the login. Get parameter value. Turn it into an int. Validate the port range, yeah. Execute action for port. Right, okay. And we've got let's just get rid of some of this extra padding. Right, okay. So that'll add to that request, and this all goes tits up to put you back to the login page. Right, let's give that a go. And we updated the... yeah, that should work. Let's try it. What's it doing now? Oh. Compile. Let's see what it does. Should be out and about today, but look, the weather's dull. Cold. Oh, it's finished.
contest, Romeo Tango 4 Foxtrot, Romeo Tango 4 Foxtrot.
Right, let's update the firmware again.
Contest, Romeo Tango 4 Foxtrot, Romeo Tango 4 Foxtrot. Seek a contest, Romeo Tango 4 Foxtrot, Romeo Tango 4 Foxtrot. Seek a contest, Romeo Tango 4 Foxtrot, Romeo Tango 4 Foxtrot. Seek a contest, Romeo Tango 4 Foxtrot, Romeo Tango 4 Foxtrot.
Right, here we go.
Seek a contest, Romeo Tango 4 Foxtrot, Romeo Tango 4 Foxtrot.
Oh, what's this going to do now?
Italy Zulu 8, Echo Quebec Golf, 59 Foxtrot, India. Thank you, Romeo Tango 4 Foxtrot. Seek a contest, Romeo Tango 4 Foxtrot, Romeo Tango 4 Foxtrot.
Didn't hear it click anything.
Seek a contest, Romeo Tango 4 Foxtrot,
Let's
Romeo
see.
Tango 4 Foxtrot. Seek a
No,
contest,
didn't
Romeo
click
Tango
nothing.
4 Foxtrot, Romeo Tango 4 Foxtrot. Seek a contest, Romeo Tango 4
Weird, isn't it?
Foxtrot, Romeo Tango 4 Foxtrot. Seek a contest, Romeo Tango 4 Foxtrot, Romeo Tango 4 Foxtrot.
No, it's not
Seek a
clicking.
contest, Romeo Tango 4 Foxtrot,
Right,
Romeo Tango 4
let's have a look
Foxtrot.
why. Something not quite right. What have I done wrong? Ah, I've still got that
Seek a contest,
number in
Romeo
it.
Tango 4 Foxtrot, Romeo Tango 4 Foxtrot.
Yeah,
Seek a contest, Radio Tango 4 Foxtrot,
Yeah, I've got that in there.
4 Foxtrot.
yeah, so that's
Mike 1
right.
Alpha Juliet Uniform 59 Foxtrot, India.
Okay. Is that all it was? Maybe.
Retail, thank you. This is Radio Tango 4 Foxtrot.
Compile it again, shouldn't take long. These biscuits are nice.
Tango 4 Foxtrot, Romeo Tango 4 Foxtrot. Seek a contest, Radio Tango 4 Foxtrot, Romeo Tango 4 Foxtrot.
Yeah, it's not much to listen to when it's nobody's chatting. Contests, that's all it is.
75 and 96 on absolutely no problem in copying you. Yes, it's a pity that
Leave it to the English guy to do some chatting.
a proper tutor. So before you go, you said you were able to copy Chris. Are you still there, Chris? Wait till you go out. No, Chris is not there anymore. No, that is going to Charlie. Are you still there, sir?
Right, let's see if this will work now. Should do. Right. Okay, so we log in. And because this hosts its own web interface, it's very quick. Doesn't have to log on to any online service and register or anything like that and wait in a queue because there's loads of thousands of other people doing the same thing. Right, let's see. Oh, I've got a click. I've got a click. Yeah, so that's the easy bit. So we've got. Whoops. Yes, I've got. So click over there, off it, click on it. There we go. So it's doing the impulse, which is just what the other program was doing off button 1 here, like that. So really that won't be a toggle, that's just showing me that it's receiving the instruction. If I go, oh, that's good, that's actually a different output. Can you believe that? Output 7 must be, I wonder what these others are, will it crash it? Oh, that's doing relay. Yeah, so 5 must be mapping to 1, because it will do 3 different relays, you see. But on this one there's only one wired, only relay 1, but you could do relay 2 and relay 3. So anyway, so look, we're getting a response from the web interface, is all we wanted to do. So I'm pretty pleased about that. Now, the thing is now is to make sure we can go back. Yeah, make sure we can go back. So what I'll do is compile it. I need to make sure we haven't broken anything. So if I tell it its web interface mode is 0, it'll take a little while for it to propagate through. But then this section here should be go unhighlighted when it catches up. Yeah, it's just done it now, look, see that? Yeah, unhighlighted, and so this section here is unhighlighted, but then this section not. So I should be able to compile it. It's going to take a while to compile, I think, because when you change something in there, it takes a while. Anyway, let's see if I've got any progress to show you. Today, I don't know if I've got any progress to show you on this bit. Other than I attached the aerial, this is the rotator. So we've got the magnet on there, the belts, the both bearings, and we've got a little dummy antenna on the top to see where it's pointing to. We've got the stepper motor mounted, cable ready to be plugged in to the controller. I need to put a controller in there. I need to create the stepper motor board. So at the minute I've got this separate stepper motor board, which is, I've got the Amiga out there. Yeah, this board. Oops, this one is what you buy on Amazon or whatever, and you have to hardwire it to whichever pins you're going to use, but that'll be a ribbon cable. So I can either make 2 of these, buy 2 of these and wire them in onto some plastic enclosure and just wire them wherever they need to go onto the web interface, onto the PCB, which is, I got one, yeah. So this is like a board, and that connector, it would plug into that connector with a ribbon, and the encoder would plug into this connector. So, and you're connecting to this web interface on here running this program. That's still compiling at the minute. So what else we got going on? Yeah, all sorts of stuff happening. Still compiling at the minute. The radio, I don't know what's going on with this radio. Maybe I'm better off with a long wire. Yeah. See, my aerial's a bit crap. It's on the floor. It's rubbish. I need to put my hustler back up really with some radials. Contest. Wonder where he is.
Mike 0, Japan Yankee Papa, you are 5-9 Papa Alpha Radio.
I haven't put a log in it. I haven't done a call for a while.
05, thanks. Ocean Mike 7 Mike, contest.
Should we give him a call?
7 Mike, Oscar Mike 7 Mike, contest. Ocean Mike 7 Mike, Oscar Mike 7 Mike, contest.
Suppose we ought to.
Ocean Mike
Oh, it's
7 Mike,
finished.
Oscar Mike 7 Mike, contest.
It's finished.
Ocean Mike
Right,
7
so
Mike, Oscar Mike 7 Mike, contest.
let's
Ocean Mike 7 Mike, Oscar Mike 7
update it.
Mike,
So
contest.
they should go back to the default now. Hide all
Ocean
the.
Mike 7 Mike, Oscar Mike 7 Mike, contest.
Should hide all the antenna
Ocean
switcher
Mike
stuff.
7 Mike, Oscar Mike 7 Mike, contest.
And with no
Ocean Mike 7 Mike, Oscar Mike 7
reference
Mike,
to
Oscar Mike 7 Mike, contest.
no reference to the switcher at
Oscar
all.
Mike 7 Mike, contest.
Hopefully, it should just carry on
Ocean Mike
working.
7 Mike, Oscar Mike 7 Mike, contest. Ocean Mike 7 Mike, Oscar Mike 7 Mike, contest.
Right, so go in here.
Ocean Mike
Yeah,
7
we
Mike,
haven't got
Oscar
it.
Mike 7 Mike, contest.
Still do everything we want to do.
Ocean Mike 7 Mike, Oscar Mike 7 Mike, contest.
Yeah, that's good.
Ocean Mike 7 Mike, Oscar Mary 7 Mary, contest.
Right, okay. So we'll go back
Ocean
to
Mike 7 Mike, Ocean Mike
put that
7
back
Mike,
onto
contest.
1 to tell us.
Ocean Mary 7 Mary, Oscar Mike 7 Mike, contest.
That'll take a while to do again.
Oscar Mike 7 Mike, Ocean
Anyway,
Mary
so
7
do
Mary,
we do
contest.
more? No, I don't know if we do more. What time is it? No, I think that'll be it. I
Oscar
think
Mike
for a
7 Mike,
while.
contest.
Just got the contesting happening.
Romeo X-ray, Oscar Kilo 2 Bravo Romeo X-ray.
Oh, it's finished already. Right, okay, that was quick. Don't know how to do that quick. So go back to what's it doing? It's not there. Oh, did I not press the button? Maybe I didn't press the button. Probably changed it without pressing the button. Let's turn off the HF. Let's see if we can get some C4 FM. I can't find anything. I need to find check the frequency. I need to Google the frequency again. I did have it once. Hang on. Yeah, where's X for beginners? There was some frequencies. Did show me some frequencies, isn't it? Here you go. 6125. Right. 61250. Oh, there's one. Don't know if anything will come up. And then there's another one. We could try that one. Let's swap that round. Hang on. And go on to 39. Oh yeah, it's going to take a while. Spin it round. 39,700. Right. What? DX? YX? Right, I don't know what I'm doing with it. Anyway, we're monitoring a couple of frequencies there, so you can't see. Where's the offset? Frequency shift. I don't know frequency shift, do we? That's still showing. It's been a while. Oh well. I don't know what I'm doing with it. Still compiling. Right, so I'll take it back to... I couldn't have clicked it then. So anyway, we've got the web interface in there. Let's have a look. What's the thumbnail say? Adding switcher to the web interface. Well, we haven't put any stepper motor routines in there, and we haven't actually got. That's just a web interface running a control console. So we've done what we said we were going to do. Sort of. Needs refining, of course. Right, so I should be able to go back on here now and transform this back into an antenna rotator. So we'll do that. I'll have a look at it and then we'll give it a break for a while, maybe some later on, some more. Let's put that back to its own page. Yeah, got the switch back again and it's clicking. So we've just got to turn this into stepper motor rotations now. So the boilerplate code we wrote for Raspberry Pi Pico, got to copy that code, create it into some functions and stick it in the ESP32. Set up the sweep and write a function for that. Anyway, I'm not going to kill myself doing it all in a day. So what I'll do is leave it at that for now and come back to it, do a few hours here and there. Alright then. Oh, we still got that one on there. Why is that still showing up? That's weird, isn't it? Oh, I know why. Because we'll just fix that. Right, so we've got to go on to this bit here where it says shared content. So that's the original. There's the backup one, which has got the switch in there and says switch. Now this one still saying switch as controls. It needs to say switch. That's it. That's all there is to that. Yeah, so we got it's working. That's the main thing. Still don't know what the SVG is though. Weird that is. Must be some new. It's like a div or something. I don't know what it is. I'll have to look at that. Alright, so we've got all that there. That's good. Here's your functions, creating the segments. So SVG polygon, create an element. So it's getting something from a remote site there. Let poly create a document. Right, okay. That might be a problem if it's on a standalone web interface. We'll have to try that, because that polygon would have to be brought in locally as a graphic or something. So we'll try that in a minute. We'll turn it into an access point instead of a station, and then it won't be able to access the internet and see what happens to the graphic. Right, so that's compiled. Right, so let's do that one then. We'll just update this and then I'll set it to Access point mode. Yeah. Just keep it tidy. So yeah, we haven't lost anything. Right, log back in. So we got switch, and we go to switch. We still got switch. Controls, and we got antenna switch. Yeah. Okay, so now we're going to go into the settings and tell it to go into toggle station and access point mode. Right, it's going to reboot this. You've lost this now, so I might as well just go back there a minute. We'll have to do this on a phone. I've got a feeling the graphics won't show up now if it's right, so I've gone on the phone and go on wireless and find it in the list. There it is. So choose it. You're going to connect to it directly now, without an internet, just directly from the Wi-Fi on the phone to the wireless access as an access point. Right, so it's checking the quality. I should be able to go on to manage router now. Yeah, that should take me straight to the page, which it has. Now I've got a feeling the graphic won't show me. So if I go on to switch, that's still there. Right, so why is it still there? That's weird, isn't it? How come it can still be there when it can't connect to the internet to take a resource? Anyway, it's still there, so yeah, that's fine. Log out. Right, okay. Oh, let's log in. Let's change it back to toggle back to station mode. That'll join my network. Incidentally, I don't know if this is still on, but there was. That one will be closed now. So what I've got to do is go back onto the web interface. Right, now I can put the local IP address in there again. And then we're back. Oh, you can't see it. Right, so we've got the switch. That's normal. Right, so now there was one on here. Is it MyWire? I can't remember what it was called. UPass. UPass dot, was it MyWire? Can't remember what it was now. MyWire. No, it's not finding it. Give me a second. Let me just take it off the screen a minute. Bring back the toolbars. Right. Just logging into something a minute. We'll find out this is, yeah, UPass mywire.org, that's it. Probably the IP address has changed. What's my IP? Where's my IP address? It's not showing it. Oh, there it is. Right, let's see if that's the same one. No. I've got to update my IP, it's non-static. Right, save. Don't know if that's the right one or not. Anyway, let's try it. Oh, it's not working. What's it doing? Bookmarks. Show bookmark bar. That's weird. It's got a bug in it. Alright. Hide the bookmark bar. No, that's not doing it. It's crashed. Not my progress. That's not my problem. It's the show the bookmark toolbar. Hide the bookmark toolbar. It's not hiding it. Oh well. Never mind. Something happened to the browser. Right, let's just put in this upass.mywire.org. Is it going to find anything? Bad request. Do I have to put 81 on the end? Yeah. Yeah, so if anyone wants to have a play, if they open a browser now, so this proves it works anywhere in the world. If you've got your browser and just put that in there, I'll copy it. Hang on. If you put that in there, click on that link, it should take you to the web page. Just press login like that. Just when you get it, just press login, go on to switch, and then you should be able to switch it from anywhere in the world. So I don't know whether anyone's got their computer on. As long as I've got it switched on here. Andy, I wonder if you're still on here, mate. Are you still on, or are you gone? You could give it a try if you got your laptop out, or computer, or your phone. Let's try it off my phone. Here we go. So if I go on here and type in mywire.org. Oh, hang on, don't forget to put the upass.mywire.org, and don't forget the colon and 81 is the port number. Yeah, so I've got it up on here. I've got it on my phone, so I can log in. Now I could be anywhere in the world now doing this. Anywhere in the world. Let's just put that off there, down there. So I'm logged on. upass is the address. mywire.org :81. Log in, and then you can switch it. Okay. Anyway, I'll leave it on for noise. Right, let's come off these. Get back to normal FM, because I don't know what I'm doing with this. Don't know what I'm doing with. There was something then. I just flicked past something then. It's gone. Never mind. Yeah, so yeah, I'll leave it on for half an hour, but if someone wants to click on that, that should take them to the web interface and be able to click it. which is that gadget round there. Alright, we're going to leave it at that for now. Let's just save what we've got so far. So there's that bit. It's actually gone off. Don't think that's working. Don't know what that's doing. Anyway, what we need to do, let's just save it. So I'll go, you pass, there we go. Right, so there's your web interface. Yeah, so what I need to do is maybe have some labels here. So you can know what's plugged into which port. So you double click it and open up a string, or maybe a label just sits here like that. It tells you what's plugged in at some point. Anyway, we'll leave it at that for today. I've got to go and do something else for a bit. So let's have a look. What did we do? We've added it to there. Yes, we definitely have. That'll do for now. Alright then, thanks for watching and have a good day. 7-3.
Just find the right place in the program, make the appropriate change, and we'll run the whole thing again.
Speech is still very complicated. Music is simpler.
Is that a question?
Yes.
The question is futile.
My interpretation of the data leaves little room for error. The art of leadership is delegation.
That information is not available. This constitutes all available data.
You know what they say. No good deed goes unpunished.